Hey everyone, Jamie here with JRC Mechanical. I know this isn't normally the kind of videos I do, but through all this COVID-19 crap, I'm starting to get a little bored. It's not that I'm quarantined or anything. We still got work. I work for myself. I'm the only employee, and I'm generally out in the country by myself anyway. So, anyways, I just had an early day, and I thought, you know what? Everyone else is quarantined. It's not like we're going to be doing a bunch this weekend. So I decided I'm going to restore this old Winchester. And by restore, I just mean the wood. Bought this gun a few years ago, and it had been kind of restored, I guess you could say, by the previous owner. And you can tell they did a little bit of work to the wood, but they sanded it, and they left it kind of patchy. Eh? And there's a few spots. There's a few spots, I don't know if you can see that right here, where they got a little aggressive with the sandpaper. Anyway, so I figured we'll take it apart, resand it with some really fine stuff, and get rid of some of the inconsistencies. You see they didn't sand it here well enough to get the old stain out, the stain that it would have came with. So anyways, it's a pretty alright example of a 70s. I think it's a 76. I looked up the numbers, but I think it's worth restoring. So yeah, we're gonna put a little bit of time into this thing and see what it comes out like. We're gonna put a nice dark, I think it's a cherry, no, mahogany, I don't know. Anyways, it's gonna look good. It's definitely not the stain that this would have normally came with, but I like the dark wood, so we're gonna check it out and see what it looks like in the end. So I'm gonna start disassembling this thing, and I've never disassembled one of these before, so there's probably gonna be people watching, screaming at the camera, saying don't do that, or there's a better way to do it. So anyway, I'm assuming we start with this. This front ring, I'm gonna guess, has to come off, and possibly the tube has to come off. You guys are probably yelling at the screen, telling me how to do this, but I'll pull this off. I'm assuming there's a very powerful spring in there. Maybe. Oh God. Is there a spring in there? Oh yeah, there is. Yep. Oh yeah, got it. Okay, that pulls off. That's pretty easy actually. Hell yeah, I hope the butt's that easy to get off. Look at that. Cool. Okay, this was also a little loose. Just enough that you notice it. So I don't know what I'm gonna do to tighten that up. Almost have to put maybe some tape in here or something like that, just to tighten it up. It seemed to be tight enough here. It was just in the back that it was wobbling a little. So let's get some of this stuff laid out so I don't lose it. This off here maybe, so it's not dangling on the barrel and scratching it up. Not that it's pristine, but I'm guessing this is the screw I gotta pull out. Maybe. You guys are learning with me right now, so. If you haven't done this before, I mean. It is easy. Hell yeah, look at that. So there's that. So, I don't know if you can see. There's some spots, plenty of spots where he's whoever did this has gotten a little aggressive with the sandpaper. And you can see on here actually even that they had left this on, the plastic butt piece on when they were sanding. So yeah, there's a bunch of sanding marks in there, so I'll clean that up a little too. And we'll try to get that nice and smooth again. Yeah. Should work out nice. Well, I am going to stop the video, get all my sanding stuff out, and get that prepared. Okay, so I'm going to get back into the video again here. I just started the video and boom, I got an alert flashing in one of the national alerts saying there's no travel allowed between provinces, anything because of this COVID-19. Anyways, so let's try this again. Okay, so I've got my big old sanding kit out here. I've got all kinds of sanding whatnots in there. I'm gonna start with this guy. I'm not getting real technical, but it's a little rougher. Start by just taking some of the old stain off, and it's probably common sense to most people doing this. But right here where it meets the receiver, you want to stay away from sanding these edges, or else you're going to take down this edge and it's not going to meet up nice with the receiver. You're going to, it's going to be down just a little bit. So anywhere it meets the receiver, these edges right here, you don't want to sand too much there, just enough to get that color out so it'll soak up some of the new stain. And same with this, anywhere it meets anything, don't sand this edge too much, or else it's gonna seem a little too recessed and it just won't look proper. So anyway, I'm gonna get to sanding. I'll come back. I'll give you guys, or I'll make another video once I've got most of this off, and then yeah, I'll keep taking you through it. Well, I've been going at her for a while here now. I got this thing pretty stripped. You can see that very good. There you go. It come out pretty nice. There's a few spots where I think maybe it had some almost water damage or something like that. I can't get that dark spot out, but yeah, it's come out pretty nice, I think. So anyways, that's not even finished yet. I haven't done that. I haven't done it with 800 grit or anything yet, but it's getting there. There's lots of marks. I couldn't get out just because the guy'd be taking it down too far. And it's character. It's it's made in '76. It's got some character to it. So anyways, this is where I'm at with the other one. This one's going to be tougher. This one's going to be tougher to get all the old stain out of. It seems to really soaked it in here. This one, I don't know if it's almost maybe not the same wood or something like that. This seems quite a bit harder, but anyways, keep going. All right, okay, after about an hour's worth of sanding, maybe a little more, this sucker is smooth. It is buttery smooth. You can't really see it, but it's looking real good. So, guys, we're gonna do the pre-stain now. This is the Minwax stuff. I've used it on one thing before. I don't know how it's gonna soak into this really hard stuff, but we're gonna find out. Well, I'm no woodworker, but this pre-stain is supposedly a must when you're doing stain, I guess. It says just use a rag, so I'm gonna use some old rags, some old microfibers. Hopefully it doesn't streak. This is gonna look good. I mean, this isn't the color, this is just the pre-stain, but this is gonna look sweet, I think. Yep, totally. Cool, I'm gonna do the other one, and yeah, turn the camera back on once I'm doing the color. All right, we got the pre-stain on. It's looking good. Now it is time for the color, which is red mahogany. Now that I open it, it's looking pretty dark. Let's see how this turns out. I'll apply some right now while you're watching. I hope this isn't going to be too dark. Let's find out. Maybe we'll... it's going to be pretty... you know what? It might be all right. No, it's gonna look good. This is gonna be a real nice color with that, you know, with the blued finish on that rifle. This is gonna look good. Okay, well, I'm sure you guys have seen people stain things before. I'll show you the finished product when I'm done. All right, so we're skipping to the final final product. I was up early this morning, about 6 o'clock. I was bored. Didn't feel like making a video. I'm not much of a morning videoer, so yeah, let the stain set in all night. Woke up and just decided to put it back together. Figured I'd give you guys a show of the end result. It didn't soak in as much as I thought it would. You know, I thought it would end up being darker. It still came out really nice in the end. All the sanding was worth it. This sucker is as smooth as a baby's bottom. It is smooth as butter. Yeah, man, like I can't stop touching it. This thing is just so smooth. I've got brand new rifles, you know, quality rifles that aren't this smooth. So I'm very impressed with how smooth it came out. Now I've watched a few videos about doing a polyurethane finish to get the shine on it. But I kind of like it with you know, that bit of a dull shine. You know, it's got just enough shine. I think too much shine. I mean, it's an old Winchester, right? You don't want it to be too flashy, right? And you know, never mind that. I mean, I was still unable to get a lot of the old stain out without taking way too much wood off. But one thing here, I will show you. You know, the previous guy that did this, he took too much. He sanded this a little too much. You can see how it doesn't meet the receiver perfectly. So anyways, other than that, I mean, it's pretty good. And this was a little bit loose before. I put a little bit of tape in here, electrical tape, just to keep it tight. So that worked out good, but man, I'm happy with the end result. As far as assembly, I mean, there's other videos for that. I don't have to show you that. Put it back together the way it came apart. So I'm liking it. I think it's totally worth it. You know, a little bit of elbow grease, maybe took an hour and a half of sanding, and then just the staining, which is easy there, you know. So totally worth it. There's the end result. Thanks for watching, guys.